David Brink and John Chanson.
More troops. The U.S. to raise troop levels in Iraq by almost 12,000 as violence threatens next month's elections. Scandal. Fraud and corruption in the UN oil for food program in Iraq. Now a demand from a U.S. senator that Kofi Annan, the UN Secretary General, resign. Credit warning. Free credit reports online, but beware what may come with the package. And Ward 57, home to some of America's bravest soldiers who have to learn how to live all over again.
From NBC News World Headquarters in New York, this is NBC Nightly News with Tom Brokaw.
Good evening. The American military investment in Iraq is going up from 138,000 troops there.
Hospital. These young wounded vets might just be what some say is the emerging next greatest generation. And with that, one last time, Tom, back to you.
Thanks, Brian. Don't go far because we have plans for you.
All right.
I'll be back in just a moment with some final thoughts. Well, the time is here. We've been through a lot together, through dark days and nights and seasons of hope and joy. Whatever the story, I had only one objective: to get it right. When I failed, it was personally painful, and there was no greater urgency than course correction. On those occasions, I was grateful for your forbearance and always mindful that your patience and attention didn't come with a lifetime warranty. I was not alone here, of course. I am simply the most conspicuous part of a large, thoroughly dedicated and professional staff that extends from just beyond these cameras across the country and around the world, in too many instances in places of grave danger and personal hardship, and their family to me. What have I learned here? More than we have time to recount this evening, but the enduring lessons through the decades are these. It's not the questions that get us in trouble, it's the answers. And just as important, no one person has all the answers. Just ask a member of the generation that I came to know well, the men and women who came of age in the Great Depression, who at great personal sacrifice saved the world in World War II and returned home to dedicate their lives to improving the nation they had already served so nobly. They weren't perfect, no generation is, but this one left a large and vital legacy of common effort to find common ground here and abroad in which to solve our most vexing problems. They did not give up their personal beliefs and greatest passions, but they never stopped learning from each other, and most of all, they did not give up on the idea that we're all in this together. We still are, and it is in that spirit that I say thanks for all that I have learned from you. That's been my richest reward. That's Nightly News for this Wednesday night. I'm Tom Brokaw. You'll see Brian Williams here tomorrow night, and I'll see you along the way.
So thanks for the memory of Brokaw's expertise that enhances NBC's. We know he'll climb in any time. He does it in a breeze. And we thank him so much. Tom, good luck. Hope you stay awake till 7 p.m.
Nightly News is a presentation of NBC News. More Americans watch NBC News than any other news organization in the world.
Brink and John Chanson.
The new Iraq. Outbreaks of violence streak across the Iraqi map today. Still, President Bush insisting elections will proceed on schedule. An NBC News investigation. This man was accused of slaughtering innocent civilians. So how could the UN keep him on the payroll working to stop genocide? Lifeline. The government says no for now to a testosterone patch for women, a controversial new way to raise a woman's sex drive, and there are new safety questions tonight. And a warning to parents about video games for toddlers. Do they really make your kids any smarter?
From NBC News World Headquarters in New York, this is NBC Nightly News with Brian Williams.
Good evening. America's new reality tops our news tonight. U.S. troops on the ground in Iraq, the violence there as the scheduled election approaches. And news tonight of more changes in the Bush administration, including a new head of Homeland Security. First, a new era begins on this broadcast, but not without a word about the era that ended last night when our friend, mentor, and leader signed off after more than 2 decades on this broadcast. He has allowed me to sit in this chair in his absence for the last 10 years, and now hopefully many years more. For those of us fortunate enough to have shared a newsroom and a calling with Tom Brokaw, it was not quite the same around here today. While we will see him around here, and so will you, after the most carefully planned vacation in American history, he leaves us as stewards of the broadcast he presided over and shaped on a daily basis. It is now our job from this day forward to endeavor each evening to put the finest work of this organization on the air. We can do that best by working harder than anyone else, just the way Tom did for so many years. I stand on the shoulders of great people at NBC News. Some are household names, but most are not. It is an honor to work with all of them. Without them, and most importantly, without my own family, this dream that started in a small town and in this great nation would not be coming true tonight. Without you watching our daily effort, none of this would be worthwhile. So thank you for watching. We'll continue to work each evening to earn and preserve your loyalty. It means so much to us to have you with us as we continue a great tradition starting tonight. That is our broadcast for this Thursday night, December 2nd, 2004. I'm Brian Williams, reporting tonight from New York. Good night.
Nightly News is a presentation of NBC News. More Americans watch NBC News than any other news organization in the world.